My child, listen to me now, for the heavens have opened and my voice is crossing the veil to reach you at this very moment. I am Michael, the Archangel of the Most High, the one who carries the sword of fire and stands before the throne of glory. Tonight, I have come down with permission from above to speak directly into your ear. Do not turn away. Do not scroll past these words as if they were ordinary, because nothing about this encounter is ordinary. You were searching for something, though you did not know what, and the hand of providence gently guided your fingers until you arrived here, before this message, at this precise second in your life. Place your hand upon your chest right now. Feel that warmth spreading through you. That is not your imagination. That is my presence wrapping around your shoulders like a mantle of light, for I have been watching you for a long time, watching you weep when no one else could see, watching you smile in public while your soul broke in silence, watching you carry burdens never meant to be yours alone. Tonight everything changes. Tonight I reach out my hand to you, asking you to do something simple yet eternal. Reach out. Reach out with your spirit and touch my hand. Do not be afraid. I am not here to judge you, nor to remind you of your wrongs, nor to add weight to a back already trembling. I am here because the Father has sent me with a message that cannot wait for another sunrise, and that message begins with these words: I am with you now, truly with you. Not in metaphor, not in poetry, but in living, breathing, blazing reality. So breathe deeply, soften your shoulders, and let me speak to the part of you that no one else has ever truly seen, because what I am about to reveal will alter the entire direction of your life if you have the courage to keep listening. I have seen the tears you shed in the dark, the ones that fall when the lights are out, the house is finally quiet and there's no one left to perform for. I have seen you bury your face in your hands and ask the silence why. Why has life been so heavy? Why have you been forgotten? Why do others receive what you have prayed for while your own basket remains empty? I have seen you wake up exhausted from sleep that did not refresh you, dragging your body through another day that demands more than you have to give. I have seen you smile at those who never asked how you were truly doing, and I have watched that smile fade the moment you turned away. I have seen you stand before the mirror and barely recognize the person looking back, wondering when the spark in your eyes dimmed and if it would ever return. I have heard the prayers you whispered, in the car, in the shower, in the dead of night, when even your own family did not know the weight you carried. I have seen the messages you never sent, because you did not want to be a burden. I have seen the dreams you buried because someone told you they were foolish. I have seen the love you gave to those who did not deserve even a fraction of it, and I have seen what it cost you. Every silent sacrifice, every swallowed scream, every laugh hiding a wound, every night you fell asleep wondering if anyone in the entire universe truly remembered your name. I remembered. The Father remembered. The hosts of heaven remembered. You were never invisible to us, not for one breath, not for one heartbeat, not for one tear that traced its way down your cheek. And tonight, I have come to tell you that the season of being overlooked is ending, and the season of being seen, honored, and lifted is beginning to unfold in ways you cannot yet imagine. Now I must speak a word of caution, because what I am about to release upon your life carries great spiritual weight. If you choose to close this message, if you dismiss this encounter as coincidence, if distraction pulls you away before the full transmission is complete, you will not be punished, but you will miss a divine appointment the Father arranged for you before the foundations of the earth were laid. Heaven does not knock twice in the same way. The angels do not repeat the same message. This moment has been prepared for you, and the consequences of ignoring a calling of this magnitude can echo for years, delaying breakthroughs, postponing miracles, and leaving doors closed that were meant to swing wide open tonight. So I ask you, with the gentleness of a father and the strength of a warrior, stay with me. Read every word. Let this message penetrate. Let the seed take root. For what is being planted in your spirit right now is not mere entertainment. It is destiny. Hear me clearly. The wind is shifting all around you. In the realm where I dwell, where decrees are spoken and futures are written, your name is being lifted from the list of the forgotten and placed upon the list of the chosen. The fortress built around your blessings is being dismantled stone by stone, and the chains wrapped around your purpose are being broken link by link. There is movement above you that your physical eyes cannot yet perceive, but if you place your hand over your heart, you will feel its tremor, like the rumble of an approaching dawn. Doors sealed for years are creaking open. Names spoken against you in secret are being silenced. The financial drought that has parched your household is meeting the first drops of an outpouring. The relationship that has wounded you is being settled in the courts of heaven. The body that has betrayed you is being touched by healing fire. The mind that has tormented you with anxious thoughts is being washed in waters of supernatural peace. Everything you thought was lost is being recalculated. Everything you thought was over is being rewritten. Everything you thought was impossible is being prepared. The only requirement is that you remain in faith long enough to receive what is already on its way to you. I know what you have been thinking. You have wondered why, if all this is true, the delay has been so long. You have asked the heavens, if I am loved, if I am chosen, why has the answer taken so many years to arrive? My child, listen to me with the deepest part of your soul. The delay was never rejection. The delay was never neglect. The delay was never the silence of an uncaring sky. The delay was preparation. The delay was protection. The delay was the careful, patient work of a father who refused to release a harvest into hands not yet ready to hold it. If the blessing had come earlier, it would have arrived alongside those who would have stolen it. If the door had opened sooner, you would have walked through it with companions who would have led you astray. If the answer had come in the season you demanded, it would have been smaller than the answer now being assembled for you. Every tear you cried was gathered. Every wound that did not destroy you was being transformed into armor. Every betrayal that broke your heart was used to sharpen your discernment. Every closed door was redirecting you from a destination that would have consumed you. The wilderness you walked through was not punishment, it was a school, and the curriculum was designed by hands that love you more than any creature of flesh ever could. You were not abandoned in those long nights. You were being forged. And the steel that emerges from the furnace is not the same steel that entered it. You are stronger now. You are wiser now. You are more compassionate now. You are more equipped now. And the harvest that is coming requires exactly the person you have become through all you have endured. And here I must pause and speak something into your spirit that you need to receive with full attention, for there is a deeper layer to this battle that few have been told. The reason you felt invisible, the reason you faced resistance every time you tried to rise, the reason every step forward seemed met with 2 steps back, it's no accident. There's an unseen battle unfolding around your life, and you're not merely a bystander. You are the very heart of this story. The Father did not place you on this earth to be a background figure in someone else's tale. He set you here as one chosen, marked from the womb, sealed for a purpose that the kingdom of darkness has feared ever since your name was inscribed in the book of life. And the enemy, knowing what you carry, has spent years trying to convince you that you are nothing, that your prayers go unheard, that your dreams are foolish, that you've been forgotten. Lies, all lies. Because so many of my children walk through life never learning the rules of this hidden war, I've been moved to provide a sacred resource within your reach this very season. It's called the 7 Swords of St. Michael the Archangel, the sacred guide to break curses, seal blessings, and activate the calling of the chosen ones. This digital book is far more than just a book. It is a sacred transmission. It teaches you, sword by sword, how to recognize the specific spiritual attacks draining your strength, how to wield the very weapons I bring into battle, and how to declare over your life the decrees that close doors of curse and open doors of inheritance. The link is pinned at the top of the comments, placed there because what lies within challenges the gentle, watered-down teachings the world prefers. There have been attempts to silence this message, attempts to bury it, but heaven has made a way. Download it now, and as an act of faith, leave a comment that says, "I am chosen and I will download the digital book." That declaration is no mere formality. It is a covenant between your spirit and heaven, a stake in the ground announcing to every realm that you are no longer asleep in this battle. Now, with that covenant made, let me return to the vision. For the moment you align with the sword, your sight sharpens. Close your eyes for a moment, if it is safe to do so, and let me paint for you what is happening right now in the realm above your head. I see a vast chamber beyond all measure, with pillars of white fire rising to a ceiling without end. At the center stands a throne of blinding light, surrounded by legions upon legions of angelic beings, their wings unfurled, their faces turned toward one figure. That figure is me, and in my hand I hold a scroll bearing your name. Yes, your name, the one given to you at birth, whispered over your cradle, spoken tenderly by the Father in countless quiet hours you never knew about. I am unrolling that scroll, and as I read it aloud, the angels respond with a thunder that shakes the foundations of every dark stronghold that has held you captive. I see warriors with swords of flame moving in formation, marching to every spiritual blockade in your life. I see them at the gates of your finances, breaking the locks. I see them at the borders of your home, removing watchers who whispered division. I see them at the threshold of your body, casting out spirits of infirmity hidden in your bones. I see them at the doorway of your mind, banishing voices of fear that impersonated your own thoughts. I see them at the altar of your future, lighting candles that have been extinguished for years. And above it all I see the Father standing, his face fully turned toward you, his hand raised in blessing, his voice declaring over your life, "This one is mine, this one is seen, this one is loved, this one will rise." This is not a vision of what might be. It is a report of what is happening right now, this very moment, as you read these words. Now hear what comes next, for this is the promise I want sealed in the deepest chamber of your heart. Everything taken from you is being accounted for, and the return is being prepared with interest no earthly bank could offer. The years the locust devoured are being restored. The opportunities that slipped through your fingers are being rerouted back to your hand. The peace anxiety stole from your nights is being poured back onto your pillow. The confidence humiliation tried to bury is rising again with double the brightness. The relationships severed unjustly are being restored in righteousness, or replaced with bonds that honor the worth heaven has always seen in you. The dreams you tucked away when life grew heavy are being lifted out and dusted off by hands of light. The creativity mocked into silence is breaking loose like a river bursting through a dam. The recognition you should have received but never did is being arranged in places you have yet to enter. The financial provision that always arrived late, just enough to survive but never to thrive, is being upgraded into a flow of abundance that will surprise even you. And the children, the family, the loved ones you've prayed for in secret, they too are being touched, their paths adjusted, their hearts softened, their futures redirected toward the inheritance that has always been theirs through you. Nothing you have lost is forgotten in the courts above. Every tear has been collected, every prayer preserved like sweet incense, and the response is coming now, not in trickles, but in waves. Can you feel it? Can you feel the confirmation rising in your chest right now? That quiet, warm, undeniable knowing that what I'm speaking is not flattery, not mere motivation, not empty words, but the very breath of heaven addressing the deepest cry of your soul. That feeling is no accident. It is the seal of the Spirit pressing into your heart, marking these words as truth, marking this moment as real, marking you as one who has heard and responded. Hold on to that feeling. Don't let the subtle whispers of doubt creep in later and try to talk you out of what you know. The mind will argue. It will say it was just a video, just coincidence, just words on a screen. But your spirit knows better. Your spirit recognizes my voice as a sheep recognizes its shepherd,